Okay, this video is going to be how to remove the BMW roundel. Now, to the keen observer, you might notice that there's no blue or white badging on it. It's because the actual sticker that used to be on it ripped off. I don't know if that's common or if it was aftermarket or what, but either way, I want to take it off and put on a new one. This is just pressure fit to the bumper, so if we could have a good enough handle on it, we could just slowly work it off. The question is just how to get leverage on it, and the key things is not to damage your paint. And I've seen a couple techniques. Some people use plastic prying tools, others use like packing stuff, but in each case I'm going to call it like flossing. So you can pry it up with a credit card or something. I've noticed that there's a little bit more gap beneath the bottom of the badge, and so at least on mine, and so I'm going to try to floss it. And since it's a pressure fit, it doesn't have to come off all at once. Oops, I'm going to need something stronger. Okay, let me find something bigger or stronger than string. Maybe 4 strings? Okay, as I was mentioning, it's pressure fit and it's held by 2 basic grommets. Now here, if you look, there's like 2 dimples on the emblem, like here and here. You might not be able to see that on yours if yours still has color on it, but right where these dimples are 2 pins, like legs, that they protrude into the car. And they're held in rubber sockets. When we lift it out, we're just basically lifting out these 2 pins. This one here and this one here. Okay, so for my next attempt, string didn't work. I'm going to try to see if like this toe strap can work. Now, I know it's going to be strong enough, it's just will it be able to fit under it. It seems to fit down one side of it at least. Holy cow! Mine might be held on there a little bit harder. I don't know if you noticed, but the whole bumper just came up. That might have loosened it a little bit. I want to try it from the top. Once again, the key thing here, at least cosmetics-wise, the whole reason to even replace an emblem is cosmetics. It doesn't add any aerodynamic fix. So if you're replacing the emblem, odds are you probably want your car to look okay. Oh, this one actually has 3 pins. There's a pin up top too, I've seen. So I'm going to work around the side and get a couple different angles. And I know why it has a pin on the top. It's because everything on the Z4 is just special. Like the standard BMW roundel is about, I think it's 74 millimeters. Whereas the Z4 roundel is 70 flat. There we go. Whoa, that went everywhere. Okay, well, it is off. Now, good news, bad news is that BMW, the Z4 emblem actually has an extra pin. 2, I'm going to check to see sizing, and there should be rubber grommets here. But mine didn't come out, so I probably sheared them off. Now I know I didn't use anything sharp, I used a toe strap. But those pins are attached to rubber grommets, and those are likely lost inside the car somewhere. Okay, so to put on a new one, I am going to have to put in 2 new rubber grommets at least. And I should be able to peg it back down. And I actually may need to get a Z4 badge. I want to see how a 74 millimeter looks in the 70 millimeter slot. My guess, too big. Well, I found out why it was so hard to take off. Here was this is the pin that was going through. This was the fastener holding it on. But the fastener, instead of being a rubber grommet, is actually a metal, I don't know what to call it, a metal cut screw. So it's actually digging in. This would have to be unwound, and I can't say if it's OEM or not, but I would guess it isn't. Particularly because the pin that's inserted is smooth, just like it should have gone into a rubber grommet and pulled out of a rubber grommet. But this is threaded and it's dug into the plastic. So that's why it was so on there so hard that when I pulled it up with a tow strap, it started lifting the bumper itself. Yours should have, unless yours aftermarket like mine was, yours should be rubber grommets would be my expectation. I'm going to get rubber grommets to put these in, but just for today I'm actually just going to eye it up and see if a 74 can actually fit in this socket. I of course am worried that it can't. The standard e85 version is only 70 millimeters, but every other BMW on the road basically you can get a cheap 74 mil. So I thought I'd try the cheap one first. Okay, so these are the two badges I have. Big one, small one. The small one still may not be small enough. This is a 74. 70 should sink in there, but we're gonna see what it looks like anyway. They put the small ones frequently, I guess, on the trunks of more modern Beamers now. We'll even see if the holes line up. They line up. Yeah. Okay, well that's not going to be so bad. So this 70, a 70 would be what we would be going for, but a 74 still seems to fit in there. Now, right now, it's not on there yet, and the reason is because it hasn't. I don't have anything to attach it. So I could do a couple things. One, I could, I just could glue it. I could take a hot, I could just glue it. I could take a hot glue gun and just glue it down. Or I can go and I can purchase the actual grommets from BMW and put those in. So those are both options. Keeping in mind that it doesn't take a whole lot of force. The idea here is it just needs to keep it from blowing away. Most of the time gravity's gonna hold it on there. But it's not the full finish. But I hope this gives you an idea of what's on the underside. Standard badge versus E95 badge, sheared off pins, and the grommets, usually you just have two grommet holes. E85, sorry, has a third one, but it looks like you can use a 74, and the way to get it off is just to floss underneath and then you can pry it up. Hope it helps, so I give you some information, but there you go.